Hello Superset maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Derek Lunsford is your new 2025 Mr. Olympia. He's also a multiple-time Olympia winner now that he's won his second title. He's also the second athlete in history to win the title, lose it and come back to win it again after Jay Cutler. Damn, he's also one of the few to win both the Arnold Classic and Mr. Olympia in the same year. Not to mention he also won the Pittsburgh Pro this year, which might become the third most prestigious show in bodybuilding. Simply put, Derek freaking did it, and at first sight, I gotta tell you this win is deserved. But don't worry, the very purpose of this video is to put that to the test, because we're gonna compare the top 3 at the 2025 Mr. Olympia with HD footage, guys. Only on Supersetman at least this early after the show, so make sure to subscribe to support my hard work. Before we get to the poses, your top 5 was Derek Lunsford in first, Hadi Choopan in second for the third straight year, Andrew Jack took third place, Samson Dauda, the former Mr. Olympia, took fourth place, and Martin Fitzwater took fifth place. For the rest of the placings, we're gonna have to wait for the scorecards. Now back to our top 3 HD footage comparison of Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, and Andrew Jack. Let's waste no more time and get to the poses. Front double biceps. Great shot for all of them. Hadi and Derek are easier to compare. They have similar stature and characteristics, both being wide bodybuilders hitting a vacuum and so on. Andrew is a taller, statuesque, aesthetic mass monster who has the best arms in the group and the most dominant overall presence. Now, when it comes to the arms, I know the speculations around each of the three of them, so let's just leave that out of the way. Synthol or no synthol, Andrew's arms look the best and Derek's look the worst here. Lower body, usually Hadi would dominate, but unfortunately, his right quad is significantly downsized. Maybe not all that obvious here in this footage as it's taken slightly from the side, but Derek beat Hadi from the front when it comes to the legs at this show. Derek did his homework and improved the very thing he had to in order to be a force in the front poses: leg size. When it comes to Andrew, he too had a leg imbalance with his left quad being slightly downsized. Now I know what you Derek haters want to hear, the lumps in his lats and so on. It's not ideal, but let's just not nitpick yet. We'll see by the end of this HD footage comparison if this was the right result. Don't worry. As far as I'm concerned, the placings in the front double biceps are as follows: Andrew in first, Derek in second, and Hadi in third. Front lat spread is next, and I gotta say that Derek improved so much in this pose as well since a couple of years ago. Love him or hate him, this guy does his homework, no doubt. The chest is improved, the shoulders are round, unlike both Andrew and Hadi who could poke you with those delts if you know what I mean. Lower body is kind of the same story. I know it's crazy to hear that, but Derek arguably is the best from the waist down in the front poses in this call-out. As far as the actual pose goes, Andrew still remains a powerhouse. The overall width, the overall flow, the imposing stature he has over these two, plus the improved conditioning is making him win another front pose again. Between Hadi and Derek, we were used to Hadi winning this pose for the better X-frame, superior chest and so on. But all that changed in favor of Derek, whose only disadvantage against Hadi here is having shorter arms, which prevent him from completely exposing those crazy lats. Other than that, I believe Derek got these. So in the front lat spread, I would have Andrew in first, Derek in second, and Hadi in third. Side chest pose, and Andrew Jack is competitive with these guys now. He's got the best chest and he has the conditioning now. However, he still doesn't hold the pose right, and his lower body, though more defined, remains the weakest from the side. Between Hadi and Derek, for me, it's pretty simple in the side chest. Derek embodies everything necessary to hit a great side chest: round arms and shoulders, overall width, and a powerful side leg. Even though Hadi looks polished and has the best waist, his square shoulders and skinny arms, combined with his downsized chest, make him lose this pose against Derek. So in the side chest, I'm having Derek in first, Hadi in second, and Andrew in third. back double biceps, and Derek Lunsford runs away with this pose, no doubt. Olympias are won from the back, they say. Hadi and Andrew fight for second place in this pose, and unfortunately for Hadi, I think he's losing. He never has the same dryness from the back as from the front, and with Andrew's improved conditioning, it's a toss-up conditioning-wise. However, Andrew has the better back and the better arms, while lower body he's there. So in the back double biceps, Derek Lunsford in first, Andrew is second, and Hadi is third. We are very close to hitting 30,000 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button if you're enjoying this, and let's continue. Back lat spread is next, and Hadi comes back strong in the equation of winning this pose. He's much stronger than in the back double, while Derek is considerably less impressive. Andrew Jacked would be third place in this pose since he doesn't have the back thickness to go against the other two. Between Hadi and Derek, most people give this pose to Derek right away, carried by the back double biceps difference. But I always said it, Hadi Choopan, when he's on, has the best back lat spread in the world today. And here at the 2025 Mr. Olympia, even though he wasn't at his best, he was still pretty on. So for the rear lat spread pose, I would go with Hadi in first, Derek in second, and Andrew in third place. Side triceps is next, and unfortunately for Andrew, this has to be his weakest pose. By far, I would add. He simply doesn't have the proportions to pull off an execution that doesn't look like it's hurting him, if you know what I mean. Between Hadi and Derek, the first impression is that Derek's superior roundness should carry him through this pose, but no. Derek's midsection was too off, especially in comparison to Hadi here. Hadi also has a competitive side leg, and his arms, even though slimmer, are nice and defined, including the lateral head. It's a close call between Hadi and Derek here, but I would have Hadi in first, Derek in second, and Andrew in third for the side triceps pose. Abs and thighs, and it's hard for Derek to stand in between two of the greatest abs and thighs posers in history. However, he improved his own pose, and that's all that matters. However, he still gets third place. Between Hadi and Andrew, it's always a debate. Hadi has the more defined core, but Andrew has the more pleasing looking abs. Both of them have a downsized quad. It's really unfair for either of them to get second place in this pose, but we have to do it to be as objective as possible when it comes to the points. Now, Tyler Mannion also considers the arms in this pose in his reviews, so we could use that in Andrew's advantage if you want, since we established that he has the best arms in the group, even though all three have underwhelming arms. So in the end, for the abs and thighs, I would have Andrew in first, Hadi in second, and Derek in third. Most muscular pose is next. It's incredible how close it is between all of them, including Andrew Jacked. Now, I would still consider Derek last since he's still lacking the details and separation the other two have. Between Andrew and Hadi, it shouldn't be much of a debate. Hadi Choopan is a much more established most muscular powerhouse, and for good reason, since his core details through the abs and chest are second to none, probably in the history of this beautiful sport. So in the end, I would have Hadi winning the most muscular, Andrew in second, and Derek in third place. The way I'm doing these comparisons is I'm really judging these poses on the spot, and then at the end I add up all the numbers and get the placings as they are. It was to my complete shock when I added up all the numbers, and all three of them got 16 points. This has never happened to me, and I've been doing these kinds of comparisons for a few years now. So as you can see, the battle was very close. No wonder the judges had such a hard time dealing with it. Now that I'm seeing this result, I can't wait for Tyler Mannion's review to get his perspective. As far as the official results, I want to actually give you guys my opinion, and I think I agree with them. Derek was all around the most complete guy with the least amount of flaws. The thing is, he was the only one close to 100%, maybe Andrew as well, but the other guys definitely slipped, including Hadi and especially Samson and Nick.